Yes. You know, making faces. Hold on one second. All right, and welcome to the Fall 17 Rhode Island All-Star Draft. I'm Commissioner Joey Zacco. I am joined by our two captains, Brendan O'Donnell from the Skyhookers and Brian Heston of the Werewolves. We have a little crowd going on. This is new. I love it. We have Kevin back there, Nick, and Gino as well. So we got a little studio audience going on. Let me introduce the analysts. You guys should know them by now. Tyler, Mike, and Greg. Didn't miss their names up. What, it's been like 8-9 weeks now, right?
Something like that.
We're off to a good start. We're presented by CrossNet. So here's how it's going to go. We're going to reveal the All-Stars as they're picked. All right, so no one knows who's an All-Star. These guys do. They're going to be making picks for Team O'Donnell and Team Heston. The All-Star game will be December 13th at 7 o'clock, with the finals immediately after it on the 13th at 8 o'clock. The All-Stars were voted on, so we have a pool of 12 players, one from each team, and then 6 like wild card All-Stars from any team. These guys voted on them. We then narrowed down the list. We had a fan vote. Gino 40 won that one. That's how you say it, right? Yes. Good. Okay. I would say Forte. That's right. His name is 40.
Yeah, like the number.
He won the fan vote by a large margin. We were talking. So shout out. Good work. Good work. Share. Bye. Who's watching Barstool this weekend? So again, we're going to be telling you who's the All-Stars as we go along, and we'll be breaking down the picks and keeping you updated on who's drafted who. Brendan, well, both of you guys this is the first draft in the state of Rhode Island. But what are you looking forward to after seeing the list? Like, what's your expectations without giving anything away?
Honestly, I'm really excited. We got some high flyers, some dunkers, some real good players. So that'll be fun to play with those guys. For
sure. And not only your expectations, but I mean, I'm sure you want to win. So how do you draft a team to win?
Based on what we've played against and who's basically beaten us, know who to draft and how it all works together. So it'll be fun.
Cool. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun to get different people together. Yeah. And a lot of talent, a lot of alley-oops. I put that on you guys to be throwing and catching.
I won't be
catching the alley-oops. All right, let's do our coin toss here. So Brian was he's like Captain 1A. Sorry, he was contacted first.
That's fine.
There is an order for this. So he's the home team as well. We're going to let him call it. Heads or tails. Now the winner gets to pick either first pick or the next 2 picks, and then we'll snake draft from there. All right? So you call it in the air, heads or tails, all right?
Tails.
All right, I'll have to take my word on it. Great toss. That would be tails. So Brian wins. So Brian, what would you like, first or the next 2?
I'll take first.
All right, so that means Team Heston is on the clock. You guys can go back over there, get out of here. I'm going to throw it over to Tyler and the guys to break down who you think Team Heston is going to take with the first pick, and we'll get that pick in a second.
Thank you, Commish. I'm interested to see who they're going to take with the first pick, but what do you guys think about Heston going with taking the first pick instead of taking back-to-back?
I feel like you can't go wrong with either. There's some good players up on the board. If you go first, I think we all have the same player who we think is going to go first, I would assume. I think it's Max Matroni, the MVP, but we'll see. I think it would fit Heston's play style because he's more of like a forward rather than a guard.
Definitely.
So he's definitely the best guard to take off the board so far.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think if who you said does go first, it would be interesting to see how the other team drafts, to see if they try and counter with maybe some size on the inside, maybe try and prevent some alley-oops and things like that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too, because I'm looking forward to seeing like how they're going to match up with one another. But like me personally, I think I would have taken the second. I would take back-to-back just because those guys are all kind of in that same tier, like as good as Matroni is. I just would like to have it back-to-back.
Yeah, because then you have 2 players that are like there that are good that you can compete with, so that's 3 players right there.
Yeah.
All right, we got the first overall pick of the 2017 fall draft in.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Good analysis. That's always a debate, right? First or next 2. We'll see how it pans out. But with the first pick in the fall 2017 All-Star Draft, Team Heston selects Max Matroni of the Alliance, the MVP of the fall 17 season. So guys, Max is off the board. 2 picks for O'Donnell. Kind of break down that pick and what you think now Brendan should do to counter that.
Yeah, that's definitely a no-brainer, as we all just spoke about. He averaged about 38 points a game. He was the only one over 35 in the league.
Yeah.
He had 3 40-point games, I think.
Something, I believe, at least one 50-point game. Yeah. I know a couple of weeks he was trying to go for the 50 points. I think he only got it once.
I think the most impressive part though was like his efficiency. Up in like low 60s, I think, shooting wise.
Yeah, he shot 61% and he shot 45% from 3 also, which is still crazy.
Yeah.
Shooting almost 50% from 3.
Yeah, and he's a great player. I mean, he dropped 52 a few weeks ago, and he won MVP for a reason. He's been the best player so far this year in this league.
Yeah, best overall. He plays defense. He extends the court and everything.
Yeah,
High intensity player.
The commish has our second pick in.
Yeah, we're ready to
Take it
go.
away.
So we'll just get to it. I'll cut the BS. With the second pick in the Fall 17 draft, Team O'Donnell selects Victor Kashu Jr., Max's teammate. So here we go. All right, we've split them up. We've done it. We've broken down the alliance. Yeah, literally. That's literally and figuratively. We've broken up the alliance. Guys, Brendan's pick again with the third pick, but now Team O'Donnell has Vic. Team Heston has Max.
Yeah, I definitely like the pick. I think it brings a lot of versatility to his team because Vic's a guy who can guard just about anybody in this entire league. He can score, he can defend. I think he was a league leader in steals too.
Yeah, he led the league in steals with over 3.5 a game, or just around 3.5.
Yeah.
I'm not sure on the exact number, but yeah. And I think it'll be interesting to see if he defends Matroni and see how much he plays him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I hope he plays Dion just to see if he can lock him up.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the size on him, but Max does have some good handles and some speed. But I'd love to see that. I was kind of hoping in the beginning that they would be the two captains, Max and Vic, just so that they'd be split up. But obviously they've been split up so far.
Yeah, but I think there's definitely gonna be a lot of trash talking between those guys too, because like they talk enough like in general to other teams. Like they definitely like play a lot and like know each other. They're gonna be more comfortable saying whatever they want to each other.
Yeah,
messing around.
a few times throughout the year they've mentioned that they've been playing together for a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they each know each other's moves pretty well.
We have the third overall pick in.
Yeah, ready
Joey.
to go. So it's not an alliance member. So we're making way here. So with the third pick in the Fall 17 All-Star Draft, Team O'Donnell selects Brett Cody from Big Baller Brand. So now that's two from the alliance, and there is Big Baller Brand's first player, Brett Cody.
Yeah, I think that's a great pick. Brett Cody brings a lot of versatility, and with O'Donnell and Cody running the break together, they don't have to rely on themselves as much as they usually do like throughout the season. So I think they'll mesh well together.
Yeah, I agree. They can run some off-ball stuff. We haven't really seen either one of them be able to like play off the ball because they've been relied so heavily on by their teams all year. But I think it's a great pick. He's one of the few to average 20 and 10 throughout the season. He's also a two-time Player of the Week candidate. So
yeah, he's a great player. We saw in the first week he dropped 46. So he's obviously got some scoring capabilities, and he was top 5 in the league in scoring. He's just a good overall player all around. I think with Max and Brian Heston, he'll work well with them.
Yeah, definitely. The fourth overall pick is in.
Yeah.
Take it away, Joey.
With the fourth pick in the Fall 17 All-Star Draft, Team Heston selects Cody Crawford from the Alliance. So that makes 3 people from the Alliance now in the All-Star game. So just to recap, and you can do this as well, Heston has Max Matroni and Cody Crawford. So a little alliance building over there. And O'Donnell has Vic, Kashu Jr., and Brett Cody, along with O'Donnell and Heston on their teams.
Thanks, Joey. I think that'll be a great fit for them too, because obviously Matroni and Crawford know each other pretty well, and I think Crawford was the only person in the entire league to average double-digit assists.
Yeah, he was.
So between the 3 of them, they can move the ball around well, and they'll definitely fit in together.
yeah, I think that's a great point. I think he really looks to try and get everyone involved on the team. I think he brings a lot of energy and also plays off that energy that he brings.
Yeah, definitely.
When the team is meshing, like in an all-star game, I imagine that teams will be meshing together. It'll be interesting to see what he does.
Yeah, and he's a good player. Him and Max have been the backcourt duo so far this year. And those are 2 of the better ball handlers, and they have really good vision. So the 2 of them with Heston should work well. And they obviously have a lot of chemistry together, so the 2 of them should be a problem in the backcourt.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Our next pick is in.
Keeping it moving,
Joey.
yeah. With the 5th pick in the Fall 17 All-Star Draft, Team O'Donnell selects Trevor D'Amico from Boom Shakalaka. So the first Boom Shakalaka member, and he is very big pick, good pick, big player.
Yeah, definitely. I think Trevor has been their most well-rounded player, like in terms of offensively, defensively, he can guard anybody. Yeah. He's kind of like gets them going. Like we've seen him dominate games sometimes at both ends, like back-to-back possessions, whether he's scoring or just blocking shots.
Yeah, he's a really good rebounder, and one thing about him is I always noticed that he could like out-jump pretty much anybody in the league. It seemed like no matter who was going up against the rebound, he'd
It doesn't look like he can jump like
no,
that.
it doesn't. But he can time his jumps very well also, which plays a big part in it. I think he's a really good inside presence for them, especially having Max Matroni on the other team. It'll be a lot more difficult for them to score.
Yeah, with him and Vic, those are 2 good lockdown defenders and 2 guys that can fly along with Cody. So O'Donnell's going to have some great players to throw some hoops too.
Yeah, definitely. 6th pick is
All
in.
right.
Joey?
6th pick in the draft. Team Heston selects his teammate Gino 40 in the building. You want to come on down? Oh yeah, it's coming on up. Gino 40 from the Werewolves. So that makes 2 Werewolves and 2 members of the Alliance. And then Team O'Donnell has Vic, Brett Cody, and Trevor D'Amico. Congratulations on being drafted. You're welcome. You're welcome. Go join your captain. All right. Back to you guys to break down the Gino 40 pick.
Thanks, Joey. No, that was definitely a great pick. Heston's clearly familiar with them. They play with each other a lot. And it doesn't ever hurt to have another ball handler on their team. Yeah. But the only thing that I'm unsure is like they are a little bit too small compared to the Team O'Donnell is assembling right now because they're pretty long overall.
That's true. Maybe they'll try and try and go against some of that size with their speed. We've seen a few different versions of Gino. We've seen hoodie Gino. We've seen him with a headband. So it'll be interesting to see which Gino shows up to the All-Star game.
Yeah, just as you highlighted, Tyler, I think it's going to be a little tough for Heston. I mean, looking at the roster so far, they've got 3 guards. Heston's their biggest player, not that he's not small.
Yeah.
He's obviously a big player. He's great defensively and rebounding. But I think in terms of size, O'Donnell's team so far definitely has the edge on that.
Yeah, definitely. Joey, 7th pick?
Yeah, 7th pick. With the 7th pick in the Fall 17 All-Star Draft, make sure I get this right, Team O'Donnell selects Dylan Lincoln from the Halfway Crooks. So there's another first-time person from the Halfway Crooks. Dylan Lincoln makes the All-Star team in the Fall 17 season. You guys kind of recap the teams, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. So we'll do another pick, then I'll make you recap them again. Break down the Dylan Lincoln pick at number 7.
Thanks, Joey. I think that was a great pick. Like we were just talking about their size and versatility, and that just adds another piece to it. Because he can, as we saw in their last regular season game, he could spread the floor. I think he hit like 4 or 5 threes, block shots. He can do it all.
Yeah, I think one of his strengths is getting inside of his opponent's head. During the last game, he got inside of Heston's head too. So we'll see how that plays out in the All-Star game, if any of that carries over. But I think that's kind of a crushing pick for Heston because that was kind of like one of the last big guys out there. So now they're really going to be undersized.
Yeah, and it's funny because I was just thinking that if Heston picks Lincoln, I guess he's going to have to talk some crap to the other team. But now Heston might have his a long night that night with Lincoln for part 2.
Yeah, definitely. Joey, 8th overall.
Good to go. 8th overall pick in the Fall 17 All-Star Draft. Guys are doing a great job, by the way. Team Heston selects Jared Hansen from Halfway Crooks. That would be Dylan's teammate. So that makes 2 members of the Halfway Crooks. Ty, if you want to recap the teams, because we have 2 players left, and then we're going to get the captains over here and talk to them about how they think the draft went.
Yep, well, as of right now on Team Heston, he selected Max Petroni, Cody Crawford, Gino Forte, and Jared Hansen. And then for Team O'Donnell, we have Victor Cashew Jr., Brett Cody, Trevor D'Amico, and Dylan Lincoln.
And back-to-back players taken from Halfway Crooks with Lincoln and Hansen as well. So Hansen, once again, a smaller player, a guard. So Heston right now, so far, all his picks have been guards. So, yeah. I mean, unless they're going to rely on three-point shooting, I think down low they're going to have a bit of a tough job.
I think they're going to rely on transition a lot, too. Because it's in an all-star game, it's going to be a lot of up and down. So they're going to try and push the pace as much as possible.
Not a lot of defense being played. Maybe they'll open up some more transition baskets for them. But they got a lot of ball handlers, so they can move the ball around a lot, kind of free up open shots for multiple people.
Yeah, definitely. Joey?
Ready to go. The last 2 picks. We're going to have our teams in a second. So, with the 9th pick in the Fall 17 All-Star Draft, Team O'Donnell selects Lucas Martin from Boom Shakalaka. Their second player, right? Yes. And then that makes Team Heston with the 10th pick. That means he gets Matt Camara of Boom Shakalaka as well. So no respect for Boom Shakalaka. The last 2 picks. So guys, now you can recap the teams once again. That's our all-star lineups. You can break down who made the game, and we'll get the captains over there for you to interview.
Thanks, Joey. I think that Lucas Martin pick was definitely good for Team O'Donnell. They already had enough size, so another shooter and playmakers obviously not going to hurt on the outside with what O'Donnell and Cody are already going to do.
I agree. I think that's a really good pick. That'll stretch the floor because, like you said, they have a lot of inside presence. So having him out there would really they won't be able to pack the paint so much. They'll have to spread the floor and try and defend his shooting.
Yeah, Lucas Martin doesn't force shots either. He's very smart when it comes to his shot selection, and he has some range too, so he can really pull from anywhere on the floor to make shots.
speaking of range, Heston's last pick, Matt Kamara, he's got some range. Which
Yeah,
he's
Larry
shown throughout.
Legend, huh?
Yeah, Larry Legend. We'll see if he keeps the mustache into December.
Yeah, definitely.
Anybody?
What was behind your first pick? What were you thinking?
I think Victor is an amazing player. Obviously, Max, like really good scorer and stuff like that, but Victor's just amazing defensively, and I played against him in the past, and he's just caught my eye, so I gotta take him.
He likes to pick up a lot, full court too.
Yeah.
Doesn't really quit.
He's quite annoying.
What about you, Brian?
It was an easy choice for number one. Get the MVP, get undisputed, probably the best player in the league. So it was an easy choice for me once I won the coin toss to take him.
Now, what are you guys both looking forward to most about this All-Star game?
I want to win. Why not? Why not? I mean,
That's how it should be, though.
I'm very competitive, so I thought I picked a solid team, so that's what I want to do.
I also want to win bad, but I think like the All-Star game will just be a fun environment where like everyone can showcase what they can do on the 8.5-foot rims. So I think it'll just be a fun experience, and then when it gets down to crunch time, it'll become a basketball game, more instead of a showcase.
And why'd you go with more of a smaller lineup rather than getting some of the bigger guys in the league?
Well, yeah, I was looking at some bigger guys to get later in the draft, but he ended up taking all of them early in the draft, so it ruined my draft plans. But I
You
think,
had a few sleepers towards the end, like in fantasy?
yeah, I thought there was some that might have fallen to me, but it didn't work out that way. But I think my team's good. We can space the floor. We can get up and down the floor. So I think it'll be a good combination of talent to put out there.
Was that a strategy of yours once you saw that he took Matroni to try and get some of the bigger
Oh,
guys?
I definitely was going for defensive guys. I didn't play against Trevor, but I've seen him in other games, and I know he can play defense. He's really good. So and then Victor as well. But I play with Brett as well, and he's awesome. So I was glad to get these guys.
Got any questions, Brian?
No, not really.
Cool. Anything else you guys want to say before we wrap it up? Any bold predictions for the All-Star game? No?
Nah, I'm just focused on tonight. Shutting down Heston.
All right, that's what we like to hear. A little rivalry brewing right now. Thank you. That's all from the Rhode Island Fall 2017 draft, the All-Star draft. The game is December 13th at 7 p.m. Thanks for watching.